Hey everybody, it's Mimi here with Stampin' with the Grandma Giggles. Let me get that out, right? Okay, so last night I said, let's make some cards, and I was thinking I was gonna come back on here around 7 p.m. tonight. And y'all, I fell asleep. I told my granddaughter, I said, wake me up before 7. Well, about 8 o'clock she comes in and she wakes me up from my nap. She fell asleep too. So we both had a nice extended nap. And today my allergies are going all kinds of crazy. You all having problems with your allergies? And they are just messing with me. So bad allergies. But you know, a couple days ago we were 85 degrees and then we're supposed to have freezing rain tonight and tomorrow. So it's just the weather's been so crazy. Anyway, so if you remember yesterday we talked about the challenge I have going on my page. And I realized, y'all, I'm so sorry. I realized that most of my picture, I had tried to do the recording directly through YouTube, and it cut off like half of everything, which I didn't realize. So I apologize for that. But so I'm back to my camera on my phone, which has more, it covers more, so you guys are able to see more area. So anyway, again, I forgot to put this up. If you want any products that you see, tonight I will be using some current product as well as some retired product, as well as some that's not Stampin' Up. But you can go check. You go to mimitakahara.stampinup.net for any of your orders. You can call me or send me for Happy Mail. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been getting the best Happy Mail. You guys are just amazing. We have your little note here for Paper Pumpkin. Of course, YouTube, you guys are already on there. Facebook and Instagram, which are both, Stampin' with the Grandma Giggles as well. And then my main page is Mimi Keller Takahara, on my main Facebook page. Okay, so just to kind of get that out, I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel. You guys have been really supportive. We have a big gift giveaway when we reach 1,000 subscribers. I know we're a long ways away, but we've come really fast, really quickly, and I want that to keep going. So the giveaway is going to be over $500 worth of products, you guys. There probably won't be any Dollar Tree items in there. There might be a couple, but most of them are Stampin' Up products and other products that, I've bought or received from other places. And so I just want you guys to know that that's out there. And so how does this work? So you guys subscribe to my channel, and then for every person you have subscribed, your name, everyone goes into this drawing, but your name goes in a second time if your friend comes on and says, hey, I subscribed, I heard from so and so. So your name goes in there, and then their name goes in. So you can potentially earn a lot of spots for doing this. So anyway, tell your friends to say hello from you so that I know where to put the extra spot. Okay? Without further ado, let's move on. So the challenge that I started talking about and went kind of all kinds of squirrely on you was getting our 8.5 by 11 pages, cutting them in half, and making cards out of them. And then a couple days ago, I was like, oh, I'm so bored with this card. Let's make it a flip card. So I made a bunch of flip cards out of it. I've probably already done like 10 flip cards, I think, but obviously I have more, plus I already picked out some papers for some. The point of me doing this was that I tend to stick to certain colors, and excuse me, I had all this paper backing up of colors that I wasn't using. You know, they're not my favorite colors, or they just don't call to me at the time, or whatever, you know, whatever the reason is. You know, we've all got those papers that we kind of just go, okay. So the reason I wanted to challenge myself was because I wanted to use up these papers. And it was really important to me to do this as a challenge, because I know myself. If I say, oh, well, I'm going to start doing that, but I don't issue it to myself as a challenge, I tend to kind of slack off. So I did it as a challenge, and I sent it as a challenge to my team as well on my Stampin' with the Grandma Giggles Facebook page. So it's been really fun, and we've had a lot of people, that even the people that aren't on my team, that are just, you know, my friends on different, you know, Facebook groups or what have you, they've all been stepping up. And finally I said, you know, I had this one gal, she's like, well, what does the winner get? Well, there's no winner, but what I thought would be fun is if for each person that, you know, joins in on the challenge, we can have a participation, you know, giveaway. So I've got a bunch of fun little things that, you know, everyone can pick through, and for everyone that wants to do it. So if you guys are up for a challenge, especially during this time when everybody is quarantined, so the best thing to do is send mail, you guys let me know, and I will put you on the list. And when April 25th comes around, everyone will show their cards. Some people are making them and showing them now, and some people are, you know, showing them as they go. And some people are waiting until the very end to show all their cards. And it doesn't matter. Whatever way you want to do it is fine. So just let me know, all right? And then, without going more into detail on that, let's get into, I picked some colors that there's one that I actually use on a regular basis. It's Blueberry Bushel in here, but the rest of these I don't use very often at all. So I chose those to work with tonight so that we can kind of get an idea of, you know, what we can do to kind of spice up our unused things. And so we have several things that we're going to start with. One of them is, and it's not that it's an ugly color, it really is a pretty color. It's Sahara Sand. And it matches with our Sahara Sand stamping pad from Stampin' Up. But I don't use it, you know. So I seen that and I thought, you know, look at this. John Deere. Now this is not Stampin' Up. And then I got another John Deere. This is actually the one that got me thinking I could use it with this, because it coordinates beautifully. But then I also seen this wheat paper that I have, you know, it's been forever. Well, while the wheat paper doesn't necessarily match or really coordinate, it's going to go nicely to match with the John Deere. And my mama, she was raised on a wheat farm in Kansas. Yep. Her and Daddy took us, my dad was in the military, so we traveled a lot. Right after I was born, we went to several states. And we ended up, they settled in Nevada for a while. They've been a bunch of places. I ended up spending most of my childhood in California, and I'm very grateful for that. I got to see beauty and all of its different, you know, the ocean calls to me. But my husband and I live here in Missouri now, and so we don't get to see the ocean very often, but I still absolutely love it. And we have talked about getting a second home on the beach, so that's something that, you know, we're considering for retirement. But for now, we're in middle Missouri. So let's get on. I'm gonna take a quick drink here of my mug, my stuff in my mug. And let's do this. Now, also, I want to let you guys know that my blades are getting dull on my paper trimmer, and I had some, but I have no idea what I did with them. I've looked in every possible place I could think of, and the only thing I can come up with is the cats must have done it. I don't know what I did with them. So I did reorder two more packages this morning, or last night maybe it was, but anyway. So forgive the rough cut, but we also have a cure for that. So when you have a dull blade and you get these rough cuts, and you know, we all go through it, there are a few things you can do. Number one, you can replace your blade. Easy peasy. But with people not being able to go out as much right now, there are a couple other things you can do. You can get some aluminum foil and take your blade out. See if I can get mine out of this little spot here. Whoops, I got one piece out. And take some aluminum foil and just rub it back and forth over your aluminum foil. Okay. The other thing is, when your blade starts going, starts getting dull, instead of cutting with one sheet of paper, cut with two. Because for some reason, using two pieces, I don't know what it is, but it makes it to where it doesn't look like it's been, you know, mauled, which is what it looks like now. But, and then the other thing, which a lot of people don't think about, is you get your paper and it comes up mauled, like I said. Take it and do some tearing and or take your, you can take your scissors. Let me show you on a piece of paper here that's actually pretty good. Actually, you know, let's see if I can get it to get kind of mauled up here, because I'll just use the one side here. Just kind of. Okay, well, it didn't do too awfully bad, but you can see it. I don't know if you can see it with this, but you can see it's kind of mauled there. Take your scissors and then maul it on purpose. Just, you know, make it purposeful. Give yourself a totally different look than what you normally would have, you know? So you can make it decorative. You know, if you can't get anywhere, you don't have money, whatever it is, make it work for you. You know, I'm all about making things work for me. But it ends up turning it into a really cute little project piece, you know? So I just wanted to show you guys that so you would see, you know, you have options when you're having issues with your paper trimmers. Okay? Okay, let me blow this off real quick. So I am having issues with my paper trimmer. So I'm going to go ahead and probably, I don't know if I'll rough it up or not, but okay, so what are the dimensions on this? All right, I wrote them down on one page and I forgot to bring it over to this page. All right, so you're going to need, for each of these pieces, you're going to need two of the, okay, now I'm going to show you what page this is. This piece here, you're going to need 2 3/4 by 5 1/4 for this piece, and this piece, and this piece. Then you're going to need this piece and this piece, and that you're going to want 2, of course. You're going to need 1 inch by 5 1/4 inch. So they're all going to be 5 1/4 height in height. And then your final piece is this piece here. And actually, you can add more on here, so don't think that this is all you can do, okay? You can add as many layers on this piece or any of them as you want. These are just the basic pieces, okay? So this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4, okay? So again, all of them are 5 1/4 up, okay? I'll tell you those again. 2 3/4 this way, 1 inch this way, 4 inches this way, all right? So those are what we're going to cut right now. I should have cut them ahead of time, but I didn't. I just matched some papers. You can see I was making my old-fashioned stuff. So I matched some papers with some stuff. So the one I'm going to do first is going to be, I think, actually I'm going to cut 2. And remember, when you have directional paper, you want the stuff that goes up and down, that's going to be your long measurement. So this is going to be 4 inches going this way and 5 1/4 inches going this way, or 2 3/4 and 5 1/4. All right, so we're going to do 2 3/4 of this. And the other, we're doing both the John Deere pages. Now see this is pretty thin stuff, so I probably could have used 4 pages for this to get it not yucky, but it's okay. We're going to work with it. And then we want, again, 5 1/4, and I made a mark on mine because I knew it came down to these little pieces right here, the edge here, all along here. But a lot of other people couldn't see it, so I went ahead and just made this little mark here so that everybody can see it. And I don't know, maybe you can't see it, but I may have to mark it again. So then you just do that. So you've got your 2 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay. Now I want, this is the one that's going to be kind of froggy because of the thinness of it. And I'm gonna do both of the 1-inch pieces out of this. And I'm probably going to, yeah, I think I'm gonna rough this one up on purpose because it's pretty rough because it was so thin. So let's do 5 1/4. Actually, I'm gonna use mostly the wheat part, so let me do it this way. So we got 5 1/4. And let's do 5 1/4 again. Not gonna be missing too much off of here. Okay. Oh, that one didn't even, I moved that one, didn't I? Let's take a little trim there. All right. So we have 2 of those, and then we want a big one, our 4 by 5 1/4, and I think I'm gonna stick with this color on that one. But you know what? Yeah, I am. So let's go with 4. And y'all, I've made a bunch of these, so I kind of... Okay. I could tell by the way it felt that that's going to be rough. Yep. See, that's pretty rough there. So I'm going to do this rough on purpose. And this one went 5 1/4. Okay. So those are all the pieces for that card. So kind of push those aside. And you can use whatever adhesive you prefer. For me, it's easier to use the snail adhesive, but there are days when I just want to use my Tombow because it just, I can move it around and manipulate the papers the way I want them and whatever else. So it really just depends on you guys. You can use double-sided tape, whatever you want. Just take your pick, So let's get these put out here, and let's get this card here. So this is, in a nutshell, this is going to go here. This and this. This is going to go here. And then this will go here. Okay. So see the yellow piece, well, not yellowish, whatever color it is. It's not a good match, but because it's with the John Deere, I think it's going to be just fine. Yeah, we'll see. So let's rough up our edges on purpose a little bit here. I'll do a little more on this side. Get this. I don't know if you guys are watching this. Okay. Let's do this side. This side had a little bit of it, just not that much. Oh, ding ding, I'm dinging, huh? Okay, so that one's, I think I need to rough this up a little bit more. Okay. Rough down here a little bit more too. All right, so there's that one. This one, let's get this one roughed up. So what are all the ways that you guys are keeping yourselves busy? I know a lot of you still are going into work because you are definitely needed. To all my trucker friends out there, thank you for, everything you do. All of you that are considered essential employees, the grocery workers, all the behind the scenes people at the hospitals, y'all, it's not just doctors and nurses there. It's, there's the cleaning crew. I mean, can you imagine? You got to be the cleaning crew with COVID-19. I mean, it must be so scary going home to a family and knowing that you've been around it all day. So I just want to say a shout out to all of you that are the essential employees, the food workers, just everybody that, does your job every day, and just thank you. It means a lot to us that, you're there for us. So what are the rest of you doing? Those of you that are home, what are you doing? Me, this is what I do. I was lucky that I was doing this before this whole thing happened. So for me, there's not much of a change except that, my husband and I can't go on our weekly dates. But other than that, we'll go. He took me out for a short little drive a couple days ago, and we didn't do anything except drive. And then he stopped by the pharmacy and the post office, but I didn't get out. I stayed in the car. But it was nice to get out and just, get the fresh air and such. So, what are the rest of you guys doing? So this one isn't getting quite as messy as I was hoping it would. So I'm going to have to kind of put some cuts in it to... I'm probably going to have to cut this up a little bit to make it a little messier. I might have to tear this to make it the way I want it. I mean, it's not horrible. Don't get me wrong. It's not horrible. It's just not really getting as yucked up as I want it. All right. Let's do this one real quick. These ones are doing pretty good. I guess I need to do shorter strokes here. Let me know if you guys are on the front lines out there. It's a lot of people are saying, we're not heroes, we're not this, we're not that, because you go into work every day. But you know what? This family, we love and appreciate you, and you are heroes to us because you're the ones that do it. You get out there and you go to basically to war against this disease and or against this sickness, I guess. It's one of those things that we're at war. We're at war with this sickness, this COVID-19, and it's not a fun thing to do. And for those of you that are out there every day, I applaud you. But for those of us that don't, what is it? What do you do that keeps you busy? And for those that do go out there, what do you do? I know my niece is a physician at the hospital, so she's out there making her rounds. They have a lot of things where they're able to call in. The patients are able to call in now, and they can FaceTime them. So that's been nice for her. She actually is on in a care facility. So for her, she said it's mostly about keeping everyone inside safe and keeping everyone out, from getting them sick. But I've got a bunch of nieces and nephews and friends that are out and about every day on the front lines doing what they got to do, All right. Well, now this piece seems to be goobing up a little bit better than the other one did, huh? All right, so I probably won't do this with the other pieces just because for the time on the video's sake. This is one of those things I should have had done before I got on here with you guys and maybe just did one piece to show you what I was doing, but live and learn, right? What not to do, guys. That seems to be my motto. Show you what not to do. Yeah, see, this piece goobered up a whole lot better. So I can definitely tell this one's goobered. I like that one. So that one will probably be the one on the front. Okay. Alrighty, so speaking of on the front, so I'm going to make sure the weak side goes up and just kind of, if you guys want more space covered, this, I was going to tell you this, if you want more space covered than what I have here, make your inner piece bigger. If you want less space covered, make it smaller, you know. But that's just, this is just kind of a, you know, an idea. These are just ideas. You guys create your own and show me what you've got. And you guys understand that this is not my idea. This, you know, it was somebody else's. I'm not sure who. I started doing fun fold cards a long time ago, but I don't remember where I got the idea. Other than it was probably on Pinterest, because I'm a Pinterest fool. I love, love, love Pinterest, y'all. Okay, put this on here, and if you guys want, don't think you don't have to measure if you don't want to. I just don't measure. You know, I like it. I just kind of eyeball it, you know. Do what you want. It's up to you. You can measure, you can eyeball, whatever. These are yours. And that's the point I was getting to. Once you guys change even one little thing, it's yours. Okay? Don't be afraid to call it your idea. You know, say, hey, Mimi, look, this is my idea. Look what I did, you know. I love when you guys show me your projects. That makes me really, really, really happy, because I know that you guys are enjoying stuff and you're enjoying what I'm doing, and it just really does make me happy. All right. So there's that piece. Now let's do this one. Now this is going to be the same on the inside, but that's okay, because, you know, you could make it a second piece like this. You could make two of this one and put that one in here. But for me, I was like, well, that's kind of cute just doing it like that, right? So that's what I do. That's what I did. And sometimes I change them, sometimes I don't. Depends on my mood and the paper. The paper makes everything, doesn't it? And sometimes the paper doesn't make everything, and you got to add a bunch of embellishments to make it look like it's good, to make it look good, right? And this is going to be an interesting card, because, you know, I like all my glitz and glamour and any kind of bling. I'm all over it. Oh, this one's a little bit crooked here. See if I can pull this off without doing too much damage. Okay, cool. And see, those are the issues of trying to do it yourself. Oh, I'm still a little bit crooked. Well, that's okay. It's okay. Good enough for government, right? So that's our card base with its first layer of everything. Oh, nope, I lied. I still got this piece to go. I was like, what is that piece for? Oi, Mimi. Are any of you all out there, are you guys having allergies too? They're just getting me today. All right, this goes this way. I'm just gonna let that go right there like that. Okay. Very cool. Okay. So now, I also brought out today, this, it's a fun little punch, and it's called the Delightful Tag Topper Punch. The number on this is 149518. And what this does is you can make 3 different size widths of toppers. And I made a couple different sizes here. So you guys could see, but this is the 1 inch, this is the 2 inch, and then there's a 1.5 inch. And then of course you can cut them as long as you want, because I had these actually started out as 1 length of paper, and I just cut them down into little tags, right? So I could have made these, 6 inches long or whatever I wanted, but I knew that I didn't want them that awfully long, especially for this one. So I went ahead and just kind of cut them a little bit shorter. And then one of the things that I see a lot of is, well, actually I love doing it, is I love coloring the edges of the paper. Now, because I roughed this up, I didn't want to color it. I mean, I could have, but I chose not to. So what I want to do is I want to do the edge of 1 or 2 of these. Haven't decided if I want to do just the 1 or 2, kind of put it on here, whatever. Or if I want to, I've got these other things that I've cut out, the larger circle, these are for your sentiments, the story time, oh my gosh, the punch. These are the punches. So, and then I have the 2 different size circles, 1 3/4 and 2.5, I believe, is what these are. And you can use whatever size you want for this. So, anyway, so what I might do is I might do one of the rounds as kind of like just a background, and then hang one of the tags from it to give it that little extra oomph. So let's do this in a mossy meadow. Maybe, or let's see, what color do we want to do this in? Yeah, mossy meadow I think is going to look the best on this one. Okay, so we'll do it in mossy meadow. And here's another fun thing, guys. I learned this purely by accident. What I was getting ready to say to you guys is, everyone likes to color the edges, right? And everyone uses sponges or whatever else. But I'm making so many different colors that it would just be a pain to keep rinsing out all these sponges. And I don't have enough daubers for every color, which now I probably should. But since I didn't, I did this. It was purely by accident that I found out how much I would love the look of the paper towel stamped on these, you guys. It is so cute. I mean, in my opinion, it may not, you guys may not like it, and that's okay. You don't have to. It's not, like I said, it's just, each person is different. Each person has their own ideas. You just daub your paper towel like that. I'll move that out of my area. And just kind of do this all the way around, which is what you do with anything else. And then once you've got most of your ink off of the towel, I kind of like to go around and give it a little extra interest in here. And then the other thing I wanted to show you, okay, so there's a little extra there. Okay, so I like that. And I'm going to show you on this page here because, like I said, you may not like it, and I don't want it on this particular one, this particular thing, but you'll see it on most of my antiquing papers that I do. You can do this, and it gives you a really good daubed look, but you can take the plain side, rub it, or you can take the side that's already inked and give it a rub and give it some color all the way around. And then make sure you take this and do the same thing. But so you have like a double layer on here now. And you guys, there's a lot of ink on here, so you can keep going. Like maybe put a little darker spot there, kind of where this little goobed up edge is, right? And if you want more of this. You can do some more. You can do darker. You can do this to get most of the ink off and put little lighter ones on here if you want. There's so much you can do with this little paper towel, y'all, and they are at a premium right now, I know, but we happen to have some, so I'm using them. But this is, I've always liked using these, like I said, but this is going to be really cute on a card that I do. I have a specific reason why I went ahead and did this, because and then you can put like black ink or your brown ink or whatever, you know, any Tim Holtz or whatever. But so I wanted to show you guys that, you know, if you don't have the sponges or the daubers, you use what you have. Use what you have. If you don't want to get inked up on your hands, because you will get inked up, you guys, okay? If you don't want to get inked up on your hands, then I would suggest using something different. I would suggest getting your, and now this will fall apart. I'm not going to say it won't fall apart, but it still has ink on it. So use it until you don't see any more ink on it. I mean, until you don't get any more ink off of it. But, yeah, use what you have. And if you don't want ink on your hands, and this is what I was going to say, squirrel, put some gloves on. Of course, I know those that are premium now, too. It depends on where you are in the world and where you are in the United States, even. You know, like here, we can get all this stuff still. Most of the other states, you cannot get it. So it's one of those things. Okay, so now on this one, a lot of the ink is already off of here. So I'm just going to rub real lightly. And I don't want to... Oh, maybe I do want to. Yeah, I think I do want to. So I'm going to do some little marks on here. Do this one side a little bit darker. Okay, so you see how light this is now versus this one. See, but there you can see it, and if you turn it over, it's a big difference. It doesn't seem like it when you're looking at it, but once you put it next to something else, let's see. I put it next to this so you can see the difference. So, you know, be creative. If you can't think of other things to use, that's okay. You know, send me a message and, you know, hey, Mimi, I want to try creating such and such. Do you have any ideas, you know, of household items I could use? You know, those kinds of things. Because I know a lot of us can't go out. So send me a message and I'll be happy to brainstorm with you. That's, you know, I love doing that kind of stuff. Okay, so sentiments. I pulled out a couple of different things, a couple of different stamp sets. There's thank you so very much. The good things in life are better with you. A little note. You've been on my mind. Hello, beautiful. This one will probably use for one of the flowery ones that I have, but it's time to celebrate all the lovely things in life, starting with you. Congratulations, dear friend. May your birthday be filled with pretty things. Don't let worry spoil your happy, and thank you. What else do we have here? Sending you our thoughts and prayers, wishing you well. Just a note, season's greetings. Believe it or not, this is actually a holiday one, but the birch, that we're going to use if I still have time. But I thought this would be really cute. Enjoy the simple moments, missing you. Thanks for your friendship, just a note. And I thought, I'm going to do this little, I almost said peacock, y'all. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Why can't I think of it? Yeah, it's not the hen, it's the male. But anyway, okay, so that's what I wanted to use. But I've got a bunch of other stuff on here, a bunch of other sayings from the Ornate group that I just got that is now available for you guys to order too. This is going to be in our new 2021 catalog. So lots of fun stuff. Now these are too big for, you know, this little thing here, but there are a few things, my friend, you could use, but I thought this was really cute. So I thought maybe on some of the other ones, we'll get some different sizes and see what we can do with those. All right, so first and foremost, Let's grab this out. These are cling stamps, and I have not used these yet. These are from Celebration last year. So I don't know why I haven't used them yet. I got them because they reminded me of my mom. Okay, so there's that. Now, how you do these. And everybody has a different way of doing them, but they're in a nutshell. You pull this out of the rubber stamp here. You take this backing off. Okay. And then you pull off this sticker piece here. And it's very sticky. Okay. Now, the side that you're going to put against here is the side where you're peeling off. But you don't want this side to touch this side as you're peeling it off. So you need to make sure you have your thumb or something, you know, another finger there to hold it. And then this side gets stuck down here. Like this. And then I stick my other thumb here. Pull this little guy up. And just kind of let it plop down there. And that's how you do it. I pulled out my C and D blocks. This is going to be a D block one for sure. And I'll show you the difference. The C block is a little bit smaller than your D block. And they cling, they stick, and then you can take them back off and you can put them back on and take them back off and put them back on for however long you have them. So they're kind of like the photopolymer stamps in that you can reuse them over and over and over again, and you don't have to worry about the wood being all bulky and taking up all the space. Pretty cool, right? Okay, let me move these over here real quick. I'm going to leave this one here. And then I am going to, this is not going to fit all the way on here, so I'm not too worried about his feet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp him up really well. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp him on here. Okay. I'm going to let it sit on here for just a second to let the ink settle into the paper. I'm not really pushing that hard, but for those of you that know, my hands don't work exactly perfect. So I do what I have to do. Okay. And then this is what we have left over. Right? So isn't that cute? And then this will go here, and then I'll have this little dangly thing. Maybe, I don't know. We might put it on top of it because this doesn't, you don't really need to see that, but I do want there to be, oh, you know what I forgot to pull out? You guys, I forgot to pull out my Stampin' Scrub. Whee! Okay, so let me show you how to use my Stampin' Scrub because you guys, I always get questions on this. I always add a little bit of water to it. You have a wet side and a dry side. And you can tell because there's a little, each corner has a little cutout here and it tells you what you have. So I'm going to get this kind of wet here. And then I'm going to use my Stampin' Scrub spray. I finally refilled this bottle because I just kept using it and I'm thinking, okay, man, it's going to run out. It's going to run out. It wasn't running out, so I just refilled it. Just so I'd quit saying, okay, it's going to run out. It's going to run out. Couple swipes on the dry side. And look, every nook and cranny is clean. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? That's from Stampin' Up. Okay. I'm going to close this up. And it's not that expensive, you guys. It's really inexpensive. Let me get out. I'm thinking, let's see. Thanks for your friendship looks good to me. So let's do that one. All right. Thanks for your friendship. Whoop. Guess I stood on the right way, huh? This is why my hands shake really bad. This is why I usually try to... Oops. That one's off just a smidge. This is why I use a lot of tweezers, because my hand shakes so bad. I'm trying to do things. Okay, so this one can go in our C block for sure. This one could actually probably go on the B block too. Okay, so I'm going to do this. This one I'm going to put on here. I just want to see, make sure I can get it. Oh, that comes out perfect. So I'm just going to do this one. Smack dab. Full on. No Stampin' Up! Right here in the middle. Let it sit for a minute. Soak up, so the paper can soak up the color. Take a quick drink here. Voila. Get our Stampin' Scrub. Scrub it real quick. Dry it real quick. Golden. Look at that. I can't say enough about that Stampin' Scrub, y'all. It's just so easy to use. Okay. All right. Let's get this little goodie on here. Twine. What do I want to use? I think I'm going to use... let me see if I have the twine I'm looking for in my twine box. So I used to get these Ipsy things. And I started putting other things in here. Because, you know, I don't like to waste stuff, right? Most of these are too light colored. I have this one. I think I'm going to stick with this one, though. That's the one I was kind of looking for, so. All right. Stick this aside. Yeah, that's the one. I have a couple mini paper clips in here, too. This might be kind of cute. All right. Grab this. Oh, let's see. I'm going to make a bow. I'm going to make kind of a long tail with it. So there's a bow. And let's put this in here. Back through here, kind of get that there. On the front side, very cute. Okay, so this piece, I'm gonna do like this. And I'm gonna tie this back around itself again so it'll make the knot. Okay, so there's that. Might make this piece a little bit bigger here. A little more round, I guess. Well, that one turned out really big. Okay, so we have this. Again, I don't even know if I have all of y'all in my spot here. I think every time I put this away so I don't do that again. I think I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. I think that'd be really cute. So let me pull these out real quick. And let's see, I think I'm just going to put them in between these two marks here. So in between here and here. That is not going anywhere. I'm a dimensional fool, yo. I forgot to order some on my order today. Doggone it. Oy. I still have a lot. As you could see in my twine box, I have a lot of spare, so I'm not too worried about it. But I like they're fun to put in, you know, the gifts, so you guys can get some of these for gifts. I put some of the rhinestones in there, and I just, you know, all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, so this can go. I put it just like that. So he is attached. Now, I'm going to attach this here. Attach it down here. I'm kind of liking it down here and just kind of attaching it here at the top and letting it hang. Do I want to go ahead and do it here? Well, if I do that, then guys, I'm kind of liking it up here. Okay, I'm going to put it up here at the top. So, snail up here. All right. What do you think? See how fun this was? I mean, it's just like, you know, it's nothing super fancy, but it's using up this paper that I normally normally wouldn't use, and I'm loving this card. I mean, I just think it's really cute. It just reminds me so much of my mom, and I might even send it to her. I don't know, because you know, mommies are our friends, right? All right, you guys. Do I want to? I'm not going to add anything else. I like it as is. I think I would have liked to have some of the. Oh, look at that! I can mess it up. I was going to say I'd like to have some of this a little more messed up and funky looking, but that's okay. I did okay. So there's that one. Let me see how much time we've used up. If I'm over an hour, I'm going to stop and I'll make a second video, and I'll get everything ready ahead of time. Everything cut out and ready, and then we'll just kind of play and put stuff together. All right, so give me a second here. Okay, we are at an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut a bunch of stuff out and get things ready, and then we'll just play some more for the next video. Okay, so you guys can just watch how we do, or how I use different designs, or you know, pull different things out, and you know, just. We'll be a little more creative, maybe. But I really do like this one. I'm really glad that you guys were here with me for this one. I just really like it. I might have to find some more of this and make some more now. All right, guys. Hugs and love. Bye-bye.